We are going to be working on making some prosthetics. Come in, it's on an adventure! So first thing we're going to do, we're going to use some petroleum jelly so that our latex will not stick to the piece of foil. You can use a piece of plastic, whatever you want to use. Just you know, something that is pretty flat surface while you're working. So I'm just going to sit here and coat this with petroleum jelly. This might take a few minutes. Hi, okay, so got it all spread on there now. But before we start on that, Rabbit Fox made us some bread. Looks delicious. Okay. I have a gallon of latex. I mean, it doesn't really matter so much on the brand. But you're just going to pour some of this out because we're doing a flat prosthetic. It's not going to have a lot of raise to it. If you're doing something that... Hang on. You want more definition to it. You're going to want to use an oil-based clay and build up your shape. Then cover it with the petroleum jelly so that it won't stick, and then apply layers on. You'll get something like that. Ew. This is my pita leg wound. But this is just going to be a burn wound for Katniss's leg, so it's going to be rather flat. Make sure your latex is good and mixed. Also work in a well-ventilated area because the stuff stinks really bad. So we'll pour some out here to work with. And you're going to use your brush and start spreading it out in your desired shape. So you want to keep this pretty thin because when you're applying this, the edges, if it's too thick, it's going to look unnatural when you're trying to blend it with your skin. So keep it real thin on the edges. Push the foil down. And just slowly work it out. Now those bubbles raising are the air trying to escape from it. Those will come out naturally. You shouldn't have to worry about it. And it usually will take about 12 to 24 hours before this will be completely dried. And as you can see, it's gunking up my brush. So usually you have to trash the brushes afterwards, so don't use like a really nice expensive brush when you're working on this because latex eats it. We're just going to let that sit and dry, and so it's going to take several hours. So I have a different prosthetic that's already done so you can get an idea of what the color will look like when it's finished. I was going to say, this is a simple piece of latex. It kind of gets a yellow tone, and it can be kind of see-through in places. If it looks like this, it's finished, it's dry. And then, of course, afterwards, you're going to use different paints to color your prosthetic. You're going to want to mix a little bit of latex in with your acrylics when you do that, otherwise it's just going to flake off. And you can use different makeup bases to build up your tones. No, I use Ben Nye, but there's all different brands you can use, but that's the one I prefer. That's about all I got on the prosthetics for today. See you guys!